All right. So, Melissa, tell me, where were you at before you joined Guzzo Fitness?
We started a year ago, and I was pretty frustrated with myself, and only because I was a gym owner, and my body, the appearance of my body, was just not in a place that I was thrilled. Like I was CrossFitting every day, and I was not managing my nutrition because of just the stress of life. So I was just in a spot where I needed accountability.
Right. And you were, yeah, and we talked about that when we first had our chat, that you had, had a lot of experience doing all kinds of different athletic competitions and things like that. You were doing CrossFit. But what was frustrating you the most at that point?
Um, Feeling like I knew what I needed to do to I guess, tackle the recomposition for my body, uh,
Mm,
but I wasn't making the time to do it, and I didn't have any accountability for somebody checking in on me or giving me some ideas because I had some just appetite exhaustion where I was like, I'm so tired of eating eggs or egg whites, or you know,
right.
just have a cookie and go coach classes at the gym that I own. So um, the most the thing that was frustrating the most was just me knowing what I needed to do and not doing it.
Right. Right.
No,
Yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say no excuses.
Yep, yep. And you do accomplish a lot. Like we were talking before this, like all the things that you're doing, you definitely, you're very you're a very humble person, Melissa, but you definitely do a lot more than the average person, I would say. And so it's very impressive to see. And so it sounds like you were kind of at a place where you're just like, I know I can do better than this. I just need to find a way to make it a little bit easier with all the things going on.
Yeah.
So what point what was like the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak? Like you're like, I can't, I need to do something about this.
You know what? I have already thanked them, but Dan and Eliza Lake um,
Yes.
saw them mention Guzzo Fitness, and I was like, you know what? It's time. That's that's like the spirit telling me that this is the call that I need to make. So it was really just friends that gave you a good recommendation.
Well, that's great. And the Lake family, they're amazing people. So I'm glad to hear that. And so from that standpoint, were you nervous about anything before you joined, or were you just kind of like, I'm ready to jump in?
Yeah, I was worried about the hard work. I was worried about um, using my own experience in getting to my goal weight. I thought that maybe I did have to like do a whole bunch of cardio. I was only able to get down to my goal weight in the past by training for an ultra a 50 miler, and I lost 5 pounds of muscle. And I thought, I
Mhm.
don't want to do that again. So I didn't really know if it was possible to reach my goal without doing like asinine amounts of cardio.
Right, right, right. And it wasn't really, and again, with all the things you had going on in your life, it didn't seem like it was something you really wanted to do at that level. So, what helped you this time around in the program to get to where you're at right now?
Um, it was, I just had to just trust, actually. I was working with Stefan, and that guy is a wealth of knowledge. And
Yeah.
so any questions that I had, anytime I would push back and say, "What about this? This is something that I've experienced in the past," and I just kind of like trusted the process. And when I did really fantastic food tracking, I saw results so easily. And then when I slacked, it was just like when my effort was high, the results were high. When my effort was low, the results would slow down. So having Stefan really contact me on a daily basis and have frequent calls, uh,
Yep.
that was what it took.
I love that. I love that. Stefan is great, and you did great. And so, what have been the results during your time in the program?
So I started almost a year ago, last August, and
Yep.
right before I started with the program, I was about 138 pounds, and it was the heaviest I'd been since I had post pregnancy twins, and my twins are 21 years old. So it's
Mm.
been a long time. And so when I stepped on the scale and I was like, okay, the scale keeps going up and up, and it was like 138, 139, I was like, okay, this is awful. So, and then rewind, like last night, I went to bed at my almost lowest weight that I've been in decades, and it was 122 pounds. And I woke up um, slightly lower than that, but I just thought this is interesting to be able to maintain this, what I thought was my goal weight. I'm going to change my goal weight because I still have some progress to go. But um, I have, I can't remember the question if you were talking about my
Yeah,
progress.
just results. Yeah, in general, results. And kind of, it sounds like really for you, it's been what, shoot, that's about 17 pounds. And just doing it in a way that was more sustainable. Like your grandmother now, you got, different priorities in your life. And so just doing it in a way that is more, which is amazing. Congratulations on that. But I think it sounds like you don't want to have to do like severe training, lose 5 pounds of muscle just to get to where you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And anything else you experienced, any other positive results you've experienced that you've experienced since joining the program?
Well, I think there's so many. One of the bigger ones is we worked on baby steps. Like it was something like this week we're going to work on something very
Yeah,
specific, and it was attainable. And we would move on as soon as that thing became not an issue. We fine tuned my like the supplements I was taking, and we worked on realizing that I don't have to be perfect. And because perfectionism is kind of one of those things that always just was nagging me in the back. Well, I didn't do it
yeah,
perfect. So I gave that completely up and thought 80% is all that's needed to see really great results. Um, and then I think the biggest thing is just fine tuning those habits that I've worked on for a long time, but it was putting it all together and having Stefan just right there. Anytime I had a question, I could reach out and he would be Johnny on the spot for sending me a link for what I needed or recipes for something that was different, or it was really great.
right. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And what would you tell somebody who is in a similar situation or just wanting to make some changes, wanting to improve their health, but maybe they're on the fence, they're a little bit nervous about doing something like this? What would you tell them?
Oh, I would say go all in, head first. Um, don't hesitate. And Guzzo Fitness has dialed in all of the things, um, all the workouts, all of the measuring, all the checking in, all the accountability pieces. Um, I would say 100%, 110%. Go for it, and the results will be there.
I love it. I love it. Well,
So,
Melissa, thank you for your time. And is there anything else you want to share at all?
um, no, I can't think of anything.
Is
I'll
that a
probably.
trick question? Well, great. No, I appreciate you, and I'm so happy that you got the great results, and that you're feeling good, and you're ready to take what you've learned and all the habits you've built in, and continue to do that. So, if anybody is watching this and you guys want some help, like Melissa, or any sort of you want to just take your health journey a little bit more serious, just comment help down below or send me a message, and we'll see if this will be a good fit for you, and we'll help you like we help Melissa. So. Either way, thank you for your time, Melissa. I really appreciate you. Appreciate you guys for watching this, and take care.
Thanks, Tyler.